Alright. Welcome to the Mark and Joe Show, episode 2 of Roy Moore and More. What a title.
Roy Moore and More.
And wake the fuck up, America.
Well, yes, the United States, people of the United States.
Yeah,
We need to wake the fuck up.
And stop letting these people run the country in the states.
Need to stand up to the Republicans, man. The Democrats need to grow up there.
You need to stand up to all of them. I don't care if they're Republicans or Democrats.
Well,
I mean, half of them
if they
you can't
do wrong,
trust.
you need to stand up to them.
Half of them you can't trust anyways.
point-
they're all
but
in
my
some
point
billionaire's
is that-
pockets.
But my point to that is, the Republicans are the ones that are most corrupt, and the Democrats.
I think they're all corrupt.
And the Democrats are just rolling over again and letting them fucking scratch their belly and tell them that everything's just fine, and that needs to stop.
I think we need to.
That needs to stop.
You know
The
what I think
Democrats
we
need
need
to
to do?
grow a fucking pair of balls, and they need to fucking get going.
You know how we've been talking about possibly some of these people being wrongfully accused and
Yeah.
maybe rightfully accused and should be taken out of their place of power?
Yep.
Okay? Well, here's somebody that finally cleared his name. Okay? And he was another very popular person from Minnesota when it comes to government and politics that I would love, and I hope he made I watched a very recent interview because I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He was an ex-Navy SEAL or something, and he accused Jesse the Body Ventura of hitting him in a
Didn't
book.
you tell me that it was the sniper guy?
Yeah, the sniper dude. That's what it was.
The guy
Anyway,
from American Sniper.
right, the guy from American Sniper. Well, he wrote that Jesse the Body Ventura punched him. Okay, and this became a big lawsuit. Well, Jesse the Body.
If Jesse punched him, he would have known.
Well, Jesse Ventura finally cleared his name. Okay, finally cleared his name. Okay, he got paid off by the government or somebody because the money didn't come from. He said in the interview, it didn't come from the estate of this sniper dude or the widow. Okay? And that's where the money should have come from because that's who was wrongfully accusing him. And they made a fortune off that book. Okay?
Yes, they did.
Now, at the end of this interview, Jesse the Body Ventura was asked about politics and if he was thinking or thought about getting back into it again. And he made I can't remember his exact words, but what you can read into it is that he made a strong hint that he was thinking about it and Donald Trump should be worried.
Good.
Okay? Now, that would be something I'd like to see. Because Jesse the Body...
That'd be interesting.
Now, Jesse Ventura, people, if you don't know who he is, he's an ex-Navy SEAL. Okay?
Yep.
He was a professional wrestler for many years.
Yep.
He played a heel for quite a long time. And then he was Minnesota's most popular governor ever. Okay, in
Yep.
the history of Minnesota.
He did a
Now,
lot for Minnesota. He changed that.
He
state a
also
lot.
did a show called Conspiracy Theory. Okay?
Which I used to watch and loved.
I've watched just about every episode there was, more than once. And he had to move to Mexico because of death threats and stuff. Now, I hope he runs. I would love to see him run because we need a man out there that's not for lining his pockets. He's out for bringing the lies and the hidden truths and the secrets and bringing them out to the public and letting you know the way it should be, because we, the public that elected these officials, they work for us.
Supposedly work for us.
They should work for us because that's who elected them, is us. We elect them to office. They work for us. They're supposed to work for us. They should tell us everything. There should be no secrets.
I can understand state secrets, keeping it away from our enemy.
Well, yeah, that's different, but I'm talking about some of these other secrets that Jesse the Ventura was talking about, you know, like some of this stuff that, you know, yeah, it's conspiracy theories, but when he goes, I mean, this guy's an ex-Navy SEAL, you know, retired ex-Navy SEAL. But he
dating
walks
back all the way to JFK. That
one
Oswald
episode
was a patsy, and it was three gunmen on the Knoll
Right,
that took
but-
out JFK.
this guy sits there and he walks into the FBI office and they're afraid. They act like they were afraid of him because they didn't want to answer his questions.
Of course, they don't want to answer his question.
I mean, Jesse Ventura had access to a lot of stuff, being a governor, I'm sure.
But that kind
And
of
you know what?
conspiracy theory, right?
You know what?
Or the one or the one during the Bush administration.
But-
and the Twin Towers.
I
The
trust
fact that
this
the Twin
guy.
Towers were hit. They were hit by
The Bush
by
administration. No, the Bush administration was behind it.
These were not true aircraft. Or passenger aircraft. These were painted up military aircraft. And then also after they hit those buildings, it wasn't the aircraft themselves. They demoed the buildings. They blew them up.
Yeah.
Demoed them down.
Yeah, there was proof. They had proof where they had the way that they collapsed, that there was demolition type explosions
see
put
it.
in the right.
You can see it in
Points.
the videos. You can see it in the videos.
Well, experts testified
like
to that. Demolition
Stuff like that.
experts testified to that. I saw that. Anyway,
And the fact that
we're
you had
way
a
off
reporter,
topic here,
and,
but
and the fact that during that mess, you had a reporter with the Twin Towers where they're supposed to be, and Tower 7 and Tower 5 and all that in the background, and the reporter reported on Tower 7 going down, and Tower 7 sitting behind them, and about 5 minutes later the tower drops.
and how about,
And that's on film.
you know, I just wish
That's on film.
I wish we had more people like Ventura in office.
We need more people like Ventura in office.
You know, people like Ventura in office could make this country great again.
Ones who are in office think they're above the law.
They think they're above the law. They think that they can do anything and everything and get away with it. And all they've been doing is destroying this country and
Yeah,
putting us
it's just
further in
like-
debt.
It's just like Roy Moore down there. You know, back to Roy Moore, because this was supposed to be his topic. But yeah.
Do we ever stay on topic? Not
We
always.
never stay on topic. We're not going to stay on topic because there's too much shit running through our
Yeah,
heads when we start talking.
and that's like these nuclear things with North Korea. That
Oh,
scares
you know
the
where
hell
North
out
Korea,
of me.
You know where North Korea got their missile technology, by the way? They didn't develop it on their own. The Russians were providing it
Oh yeah, they were
to
helping
them
them. I saw
through
that.
Syria.
But still, it's like that's a scary fucking thought.
Well, no, the scariest thought is the fact that Donald Trump, because of his tweetering,
He's just pissing them off even more.
he's a little tweeting twat, you know. He all he's doing is pissing.
That's what I'm saying. He's
North
pissing
Korea
them off
even
even more. He's
And
gonna
China.
He's
okay,
gonna start World
China
War
has
III.
actually come forward and said, Mr. President of the United States, you need to tone it down with North Korea.
He's gonna start World War III
Okay.
if he's not careful.
The UN, the United Nations, has fucking
He's got
came
pretty
forward.
much every country influence
The
right
United
now.
Nations held a meeting.
British
Okay, and
won't
we were
allow them
supposed
in
to
the
be,
country.
our country's supposed to be representative in that meeting, and there's 15 countries represented in this emergency meeting, and 14 of those 15 were condemning what Donald Trump did on Jordan, saying Jordan is going to be is recognized by the United States as the capital of Israel. You know what happened within 2 days after he said that? Fucking all hell broke loose over there.
Yeah, he's causing a lot of
He's not
havoc.
allowed in England.
No, the English Parliament already said that if they've already made a resolution or tried to make a resolution. I don't know if it actually went through, but their resolution was if he ever steps foot on English territory, they're going to arrest his ass.
Go visit England, Trump. Go visit.
Doesn't matter.
You know,
It's beautiful.
Doesn't
over
matter
there. Go
if,
visit.
if the United States turns against him on that. They said they will arrest his ass.
I think this guy needs to be taken into that physical exam, and they need to get some legit doctor in there because
Yeah,
I
but the
think this
problem
guy's
is,
got
we don't
something
want
serious.
Pence.
Huh?
We don't want his Vice President Pence. He's worse.
Well, all I
He's
know
a
is
fucking Bible thumper, and all he ever wants to do is bring back the rapture, or bring about the rapture. That's his point. That's what he wants to do.
yeah, it's a
We don't need
fucked
him
up
in there.
situation. All I'm saying is something's got to give.
Something
because
is
this
gonna
country's going to hell.
Are they doing background checks on these
Trump
people
keeps
before
doing
they
the shit
elected
he's-
office?
Trump keeps doing the shit he's doing, and then goes on Twitter and does something else. He's going to piss the people
He's
off
already pissed a lot of people off.
to the
You know,
point where
70
he's going to start World War III, and we're going to be fucked.
70% of this nation doesn't even want him as president anymore.
You know.
Yeah, even the Republicans.
I mean, now I can understand
He's
why
got
some
some
of
of
these
the
people. I
Republicans
mean, I
against
kind of
him.
laughed when it said Rosie O'Donnell, and these people wanted to move out of, were going to move to Canada or out of the country if Trump ever got elected.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him. I mean, I was
Yep.
laughing at the time. I thought maybe a billionaire or a businessman in office might change things, but
Yeah.
boy,
No.
it sure the hell didn't change.
Once a
fucking squat. It
narcissist,
made it
always a
worse,
narcissist.
Donald
He's not going to
Trump-
change his colors.
Donald Trump is a narcissist.
You know,
Everything has to be
I wasn't
about
a fan of Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton either, but she was probably the worst, the lesser of the two evils, in my
Yeah.
eyes.
and everybody about Hillary. It's just,
And anytime anything goes wrong, he blames it on Obama.
you know, it's not just wake the fuck up. It's also grow the fuck up.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't trust her
Everybody needs to
either.
grow up.
I don't
Everybody
like
needs
her.
to
I don't
fucking-
trust her.
It doesn't
But-
matter.
I'm just saying, she's the lesser of two evils.
She
I
already
don't
ran
like.
this country once when
I don't like either party.
was president. And I would have loved to have had her in here again, running it again. Because we'd be
I'm
a
just saying,
prosperous
I don't like either
prosperous
party.
country again.
And when
I'm
you
not a
talk
fan
about-
of either party
And when they talk about predators, they bring up Clinton.
because they all.
Oh,
Clinton,
they
Clinton
both
wasn't
do the,
really a predator. The women said fine with it. They were all happy with it. None of them came
only-
around and
the only
claimed
one-
him to be a predator.
well, except for that Trip person.
What?
Trip? I think
The
it
Trip,
was.
I think her name
You know,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is these two people, these two parties, they both have one thing in common. Neither one of them keep their promises too much or too well. They both say one thing and do another.
Mm-hmm. I
Okay?
know.
You can't trust either
Because of
party.
the corporations. Corporations.
All
own
right? Because you got these corporations and billionaires running them anyways. You know?
You know, we should.
And telling them, well, you got to do this to give me this tax cut, or I need this so that I can pollute the
we
air
should
more
make
here.
laws. We should actually
You know.
make laws that state if you're going to be in the Congress, whether it's the House or the Senate, or even the presidency, and you have big money donors, you got to wear a fucking suit like NASCAR wears with all the fucking patches of your donors on that fucking
I like
suit.
that idea. I do.
So when you're up there talking and when you're up there campaigning,
You know
we
who's
know
pulling
exactly
your strings.
who the fuck's pulling your strings.
You know, some of these local politicians I've seen now, on the other hand, in my lifetime so far, some of them, these presidents and these other bigger politicians need to take some advice from some of these lower guys, these smaller guys like your mayors and your governors and
Yeah.
and the representatives that actually go out into these low-income neighborhoods that are struggling with crime and struggling just to make ends meet and keep food on the table for their kids and roofs over their heads.
And you're talking about Paul Soglin.
Well, Paul Soglin, and then there was Tony Earl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they used to go out into the neighborhoods, and they'd actually go out there, didn't have a whole fluke of security or CIA or whatever you want to call
They didn't
them.
have their bodyguards with them.
Yeah, they didn't have their bodyguards with them, maybe a small camera crew or a few reporters, but they'd go around and an assistant taking notes. They'd go around asking questions and introducing themselves to the small nobody.
Mm-hmm.
The unemployed, or they'd actually go out there and ask, how can I help? These people up there, like the president and all these other fuckers up there, need to take some training from that.
It'll never
and
happen.
maybe some things might start getting better around here.
Well,
But the first thing that's
unfortunately,
got to
it never
stop,
happened.
the first thing that's got to stop is all the hate and all the crime.
The
Because,
division.
and we might have to take this to another one.
Well, I guess we can if you want.
Part 3.
We're
Yeah.
part 3.
Part 3.